We live, baby.
Let's go.
Oh, we out here.
Another day.
Yeah.
Another day in paradise.
Welcome back. Episode 7.
God damn
On a
it.
roll.
We getting it.
Yeah. Back to our normal usual here. And then, so this one, or next one, I think we'll probably have another guest.
Probably,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get right into it, but how's your guys' week been?
How was your week?
It's pretty good. Pretty good. Good work week. Got a lot done. Work was great. Almost done with my first project.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Nice. What's that project all about?
Put new cooling towers in Leavenworth Community Center.
Oh, nice. Like AC or something? Or?
Yeah, they're big units. So the water comes in, drops over the unit, over the fins, and then the fan cools the water.
Oh, okay.
It like
It's like a giant swamp cooler.
Yeah, it just takes the heat out of the water, basically.
Nice.
So we got one up and running, and got some concrete work needing done to set the other one.
Cool.
So,
Hell yeah.
and I got freshened up this week.
Shit.
Watch out. Jesus Christ.
You're going to have to give you a baseball bat,
I
man.
know.
Beat all that shit away.
You guys better watch out. I'm coming for your moms.
Whose moms?
Not your guys.
I was going to say, what the fuck?
Hide your moms.
Yeah.
God damn. That's funny.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. Had a pretty wow.
He pulled a Brett.
I'm in that.
Brad, is that you? Okay.
Had a pretty uneventful week.
So I was thinking about the other day, and if Brett was a celebrity, who would he be?
It wears off on you.
Who would Brett be if he was a celebrity?
A celebrity?
Yeah, or someone famous. Who would he be?
I don't know.
Joe Biden.
Oh, God.
Don't out.
I'm going to cry.
I'm gonna quit.
You guys aren't funny anymore.
Yeah, that wasn't funny.
No, it's okay. We love you, Brad.
I'm way better looking than that old
No,
fuck.
yeah. Other than just sometimes how you talk. It's,
Oh, I stutter
Yeah.
all the time, too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get so excited. I'm just like...
I do the same thing. I do it on calls all the time
Yeah.
at work. I'll be on a call and I'll be tripping over my words. I blame it on not having enough coffee in me every time. I'm like, man, I need some more coffee. Apparently, I need to get going. It's my lack of brain cells. Is really what it is.
Yeah, I don't really have to talk to many people at work.
That's nice.
That's freaking nice.
I'm welding. Sorry.
I wish. Of course, yeah, that's what my week was hell. It was good until, well, it was kind of crazy, but Friday we had the whole SVB, Silicon Valley Bank thing, which is in the news really big right now because they got
Yeah.
shut down.
So they're still closed?
Yeah, they shut them down because basically they parked like $92 billion in a bond. It's
fuck.
basically like a mortgage-backed bond, and it dropped in value significantly. And then the customers of that bank got worried about whether when it actually matures, when the bond matures, whether or not they'd have enough money to actually cover their deposits. Because that bank grew astronomically quick because
So
it's a tech bank.
Did they have like a percentage of how funded they were? That account was funded. If everyone paid out, were they going to be able to do like 90% payouts or? It
would have been much less. Like it's typically on a bank's balance sheet. Like if you look at most banks' balance sheet, they do like if you add up deposits versus their cash on hand and non-cash on hand, most banks probably can't cover like in a typical basis because their money is tied up in different kinds of bonds or it's lent out to other banks. Mm-hmm. Because what you do is you add cash on hand, non-interest. I think it's line item 2 on the balance sheet. It's another item, and then money that you've lent out to other banks because banks all share their money.
Yeah.
And then if you add those up, most banks is not going to be the same or positive. Where our bank is like positive, and it's like the weirdest thing in the world. But moral of the story is a bunch of fintech and like technology companies bank at Silicon Valley Bank. So they started pulling their money out, and it ain't going to take long because they're having multi-million dollars in a lot of the accounts, and they're getting scared because if they're like when a bank fails, you have FDIC coverage, but the problem is like you can be insured, but you're not going to see your money for months, maybe even a year. And when you're a young startup company, you're dead. Like if you don't have that money in 2 weeks, you're dead.
Yeah.
So
got to rely on
So
them
people were pulling their fucking funds out.
Yeah, and so people were blowing our door because we work with a lot of the same companies. They probably bank there, they bank with us because we work in a similar space in the tech space. So people were calling us and need like wiring 15 mil over here and there, trying to make sure
Jesus Christ,
that because they want their money out, and people were wiring it like
stressful.
into random like disbursement accounts and things that aren't even supposed to really hold deposits like that because they were just like, I just got to get the hell out of there,
Right,
Yeah.
And but that in returns doesn't help either.
No, that's why it got shut down.
Yeah.
Like technically,
Started
nothing
going-
changed at the bank. It was just a projection
Yeah.
of those bonds in forecast later on, and everyone got scared, and everyone was like the same way it happens when stock market things
people
go.
just start
Nothing's like
pulling
really
fucking-
changed yet, but everyone gets scared and they start pulling out, and then everything starts crashing.
Yeah.
Panic selling, panic buying.
Yeah. So
It's like about what happened with the toilet paper, man.
everyone
started buying damn
No
TP.
shit. Yeah.
So
They got
it's
80
been
years worth of toilet paper stocked up.
Yeah.
Then
So it's
mice
just been-
eat it all.
fucking crazy because of that, but.
Damn.
Overall, what was nice though is Friday was crazy day, but it also is a great day because it's a release of our podcast, and we got an amazing amount of love, and not really. I mean, normal amount really on the newest video, but what was odd is we have a brand new #1 video, which is the one with Ben.
Yeah.
It's up
Episode
over
5.
650 views. Before going into last week, we were in the high 300s, low 400s.
We were really gaining. We were gaining a
Yeah.
little, but it just was like a day and a half. It just
Started
whammy.
popping off. Yeah.
Episode 3 is up way over 500, like
Yep.
around 550 views.
Yep.
It's growing crazy. I saw more movement on episode 1, 2. So I mean, we're getting like a lot of views off of older videos, which is really nice. So if there's a lot of new viewers out there, I think obviously there are.
Welcome.
Welcome and thank you.
Yeah.
Hit that
Keep
subscribe.
watching. Yeah, make sure you subscribe. Put on your bell notification. Our videos are instant release at 8 a.m. I'm not sitting there in the morning clicking buttons. They're going to be up 8 a.m.
Every Friday.
every Friday. Follow our Facebook page too.
Yeah.
If any updates, anything new, we're probably going to be dropping on Facebook. That's like our #1 form of communication, I would say.
Well, and if you
to
want
people,
to talk about certain things,
yeah,
comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us ideas.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Always need new topics.
it's hard to cover everything out there.
Yeah.
We try to, but there's a lot going on, and it's not even spring yet.
No, and there's gonna be a lot going on this year.
Big time. Oh yeah.
yeah. Anything else happen at work, Brett?
Oh, yeah. The guy at work sharded himself. yeah, sharded himself. He had to go home early and change.
Was he like picking up his hammer or something? Just blah.
He's a bigger fella, He's
I feel that.
he eats a lot.
He was like, well, is that sweat like normal? Or is that...
He did not trust the
Nope,
fart.
it stinks.
He should not have trusted his fart.
Nope, that's turd.
Yeah, that's funny. My son sharded today. I was like, yeah, that's great. And I was like, if you feel a fart, you need to go in the toilet and fart in the toilet. And he's just like, fart in the toilet? He just flabbergasted.
He's like,
by
why
it.
do you
He's
do
like,
that?
Yeah, so, God, man. We've all been there.
And there's a burrito story at work too.
Oh boy, a burrito?
Yeah, so they were working on a Saturday, crane pick, and asked this one apprentice to do something, and he said he couldn't do it. So they sent him down to switch out with the other apprentice, and the foreman was sitting there waiting on this said apprentice.
Yeah.
And the guy that he sent down to go swap out decided to just stop at the cafe. This is a time and a half day. There's a crane. So
Yeah.
It's expensive.
Oh yeah.
So he decided to go to the cafeteria and get a burrito instead of
Going to do his job.
yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, so the boss was pretty mad.
Weird flex, but all right.
Yeah, he's hungry, man.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, you get sidetracked sometimes.
Yes, hey, burrito's calling.
Hey.
You ever have an accident in the truck?
Oh, yeah. I'll own that shit.
Oh,
Literally.
God.
That's why you gotta wear that diaper, adult diaper, while you're driving, you know?
No, sometimes you got the emergency side dumpers on the side of the road, man.
Hey, you gotta go, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. That's too good.
Yeah. Sometimes it hit, and it's floodgates be open.
Yep. So, World of Wheels is this week, or right now, went on or started packing the house, Thursday night, probably?
I think they load in Wednesday or Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, I think we saw some local cars there, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of local cars there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
KCOR. You know,
yeah, I saw Nick with the C6 nitrous car there.
Fenari?
Yeah. He's in there. It looks beautiful car.
Car.
It looks great.
It's a 4L65 car too. Trans brake.
Nice.
Yeah.
Street car.
He gets after it.
Yeah, he drove it all the way from, I don't know where he initially lived, Raytown.
Yeah.
Around that area. He drove that all the way to St. Joe. St. Joe won of Cash Days. He beat me.
Damn.
My nitrous didn't turn on, but
Fucking
typical nitrous guys.
Nitrous guys.
My wide open throttle switch. I forgot to turn the bottle on.
I had too much pressure on the bottle.
Damn it.
Fucking.
I will say purges though. Nitrous purges.
That's the shit.
That is the shit. You know it's
Yeah, you just can't. Especially when it's just like the perfect weather outside.
Yeah.
I know Kyle's Corb's got one photo.
Yeah. If you don't, when you're taking a shit, you got shit spray, you don't spray it like nitrous. What are you doing? Jesus. Next time you're on a shitter, you see the spray behind you, give it a couple purge.
Got to get that bottle pressure right.
Yeah.
I'll probably just put nitrous on the car just to have the purge.
Dude.
Everyone will think you're nitrous.
Yeah.
Psh, psh, psh.
Let them have it.
Get her done.
Yep.
Bradenton looked packed. You showed me a photo just a little bit ago.
Gator Nationals, Gainesville. That was Gainesville, in Florida. Packed to the gills. It looked like. So
slammed.
The aerial footage was insane. I mean, I don't think there's a parking spot to be had at that track, which is awesome.
It is, especially for
right now.
Well, that event too. I mean, I don't think those events typically attract that many people like that.
I mean, Topeka people RV camp out. I mean,
that's like
when we go up there, there's a lot of
the summer people. Nationals and stuff.
Yeah.
There is, but I mean, it's fucking packed. So
like it's like you would expect it to be packed, but it's like Jesus Christ, there's a lot of people there.
Occupancy.
Yeah, it's awesome. But I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm
slipping.
I'm seeing posts today. Too much sleep. Like
you're
Ben
right
says.
again.
Damn it! No, I've seen posts today from some names, bigger names, and I would say in the community, and having discussion within each other about how like we've been saying every episode about how Florida is like, and Bradenton specifically is like the racing headquarters of the world right now.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, and a lot of people moved to Florida too.
The
last couple years.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
whammy.
if your focus financially is around race cars, you're gonna get that unit out.
Get the big
unit?
behemoth.
Get the unit out. Look at this.
I don't know if you want this or not.
We'll keep it.
Jesus.
So let me tell you a story about this.
It's heavy now.
My point. What do you think? I'm a bitch?
Yeah.
Little
We'll have to bleep that out.
Jesus.
Oh Lord. Anyway, story is on this one. I rolled in there to the liquor store.
Which one'd you go to? The gas station one?
Yeah, gas station one right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know, so.
Sunoco.
that's where you're gonna find the good shit.
Get the race gas too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got it. E85R right there for 6 times the normal price. So,
It is stupid.
yeah, dude, it's just dumb. But anyway, morals, if you're in a pinch, it's there.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking and I'm like, man, I cannot find it. I wanted Bird Dog Peach. I haven't had it in a long time. If you haven't had this before, it's delicious.
I have not.
Bird
had
dog?
You haven't had it before?
No.
On ice, it's You haven't had it either? You're in for a treat. On ice, it's really fucking good. It's a good time, good summertime, warm weather, whiskey. Great.
Blech.
What is?
I don't like whiskey.
You're fitting to.
I'm going to try it.
Well, give it a try. It's smooth. It's a smooth one. It's got good flavor. But I'm looking for the regular size. They got every flavor. They have blackberry.
Man.
They have pecan. They have strawberry. They have apple. They have a gazillion different kinds. Peach is the best one for sure. They're all out of regular size.
Jesus.
Some drunk asshole went in there and bought the whole set.
Bought the whole lot.
So all I got is they got these units. And I'm looking at this motherfucker.
Is that a handle?
God damn. This is a lot here.
That's a gallon.
It is
Is that a handle?
1.75 liters. I believe that would be it. So, I felt like the biggest dumbass walking out of the liquor store. He's like, the guy, I'm like, do we have any regular size ones in the back? And he's just like, no, we're all out. All we got are those big ones. And I'm like,
Big one it
yes,
is.
we're getting that. And then he's laughing at me and he's like, it's actually cheaper that way. I'm like, I'm not fucking drinking this whole goddamn thing to myself.
Yeah,
like,
right
Jesus.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it is, but
Time for a little
How much
top.
was it?
Huh?
How much was it?
And it was like, at that liquor store, it was like $33. It wasn't that bad.
That ain't bad
but
at all.
the normal size is $19.99. At that one, probably cheaper at your more bigger chain liquor stores near you.
Yeah.
But me walking out of this thing, I made eye contact with this guy. I'm like, walking out, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and I'm just like, and he just is like, like disgusted.
That old dude's like,
Yeah.
that dude ain't fucking around.
We're there, so
About to go spit some fucking dimes.
dude,
Yeah?
Him and Eminem having ass.
right.
I thought your shirt said Pornhub at first.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point.
Brett's all fired up today.
I know.
Hide your moms.
Yeah. That haircut, he's the one with the fade over there.
No shit.
It's hard to find a good fade. Someone to
I can hook you up. You should go where I go. It's in Topeka, so you
That is
gotta
pretty
roll.
good.
fucking Topeka.
On ice. But no, yeah,
It's not terrible.
we'll hook you up.
Who do you go to? Is it a barbershop?
Oh,
is it
yeah,
some
barbershop.
Dude, lady?
Dude, Hispanic guys.
Girls can't fucking do the fades, man.
Yeah, no. Hispanic guys, that's who you need.
I go to Great Clips.
You need to come with me. We need to get Jesse a fade.
Let me fix you up. Yeah.
You need a fade. Look at Brett's face. What a
Look
fucking...
at him. He's licking his chops. He's like,
What a pussy.
What a pussy.
I'm just kidding.
Fuck you, Eminem.
I know. Don't make me do a fucking diss on your ass.
Rap god.
We'll have a whole fucking rap scene here.
Oh, boy.
Now, the guy that did mine, I don't know. I think they were Puerto Rican or something. I don't know. They were
That's good.
It looks legit, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he straight
It looks good.
razored like here down
Yeah.
all the way around.
How much was it?
Fuck, $50.
Yeah, that's what good barbers cost. That's what ours is, or mine is too. It
I
used to be
gave- I
cheaper. It's
gave
like
him $10.
20.
It's my first time being there.
You just
walk
gave
in-
him $10,
so
and his
it's
price
$60
is
bucks. It was $60 bucks. I gave him a $10 tip.
Yeah, dude, you're a good customer.
You
then.
walk in there, man. Oh, that whole place smelled. I don't know. He put some shit on my face. I don't know
Some
what.
dank?
Huh?
It smelled like dank.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, for sure, dude. That's a real barbershop.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
dude.
that's- I
It's
mean-
like gel all over like everything, and like my face is like smooth as shit for some reason. I don't know what
Yeah.
the fuck.
Did he like? Did he do your beard too? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He did a
Man,
good
that's
job.
a good deal, actually.
He did good. It was
Yeah.
good. I'll go back. For
Yeah,
sure.
you should. It looks great.
My hair grows. So this was Tuesday.
That's how you're gonna
This
really-
was Tuesday. It's
That's how you're really gonna pack
get
home the
pack home the
bacon.
moms, you know.
The
Pack home
women. You got any interesting ones you had lately that you want?
I
to
got
mention?
one lady, but she's 23. So it's not. I mean, she is a mom.
Well, okay.
So
Nice.
Wait, is that? Have you went on a date with her yet?
Yeah, we're going on last Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're going on one tonight.
Nice.
Oh, where are you guys going?
I was gonna take her to Char Bar, but it's fucking raining.
Charizard?
Yeah, we're gonna have a Pokemon battle.
I didn't hear what he said.
Char Bar,
Westport.
Oh, so like the de-evolution Charizard. No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
De-evolution.
it's a grade 10.
No, where's this place at? I haven't.
Westport.
Okay.
I've never heard of it.
But it's like kind of like an outside bar though. It's like chicken and pickle.
That's cool.
But there's no pickleball. It's just like they have like cornhole and all the games, yard games and shit.
Fun stuff.
Barbecue and drinks and whatnot.
Let's get that back in there.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Me?
If it's gonna rain all day, it'd be kind of stupid to go there.
I was not expecting rain. Was it on the forecast all week? No, I'm just stupid. I wasn't paying attention, dude.
But
it happens. I don't pay attention.
She actually, I think she watches the podcast.
Oh,
nice.
I know she's looked it up for sure, but I don't know if she watches them. Like
10 minutes in, she's like, idiots.
What are they talking about?
She probably,
it's all Chinese to me.
Too many farts, too many burps.
Yeah,
that's what my mom said.
Yeah,
that's what my mom said. Yeah. I was watching until I heard that fart. I'm like,
what fart?
I was like, what are you talking about? Why does it matter?
One less viewer.
My dad watches.
Nice.
Shouts out to Dad.
Yeah,
the goat.
Pops.
The goat. The dime stack and
the original dime stacker. The original golden arm.
The original golden arm. Jesus.
He's got the old mask, the real old glasses. Those are the ones he uses.
It's like an old diving mask.
Yeah. Right before he comes.
The pipeliner.
The pipeliner.
That's that's the original hood, I guess you could say.
Jesus.
Really?
I have one.
That's pretty legit.
Sounds.
He don't like everyone pretty much uses auto lenses anymore.
Yeah.
This is interesting. So, what are you like? How many hoods do you have?
Two.
Two
hoods. I keep the one at home is just the OG pipeliner with just the regular lens, no auto.
Gotcha.
So pretty much you have to kind of just start up and then you're like, like the auto start, you can see everything until you light up, But
which can be sketch if you buy a cheap one because then it can fucking fry your eyes.
The one bad thing, the new ones have auto grind mode. So it'll sense when you're grinding and it won't kick on. But like mine, you have to flip the switch, and then a lot of times you don't fucking flip it back, and you go to strike up. You're like, I'm blind.
Melt your retinas, yeah.
But I have never had flash burn.
I've heard that's horrible.
I heard it's bad, but I think it's because my eyes are so dark. It doesn't affect me as much
for
as
sure.
normal people.
Lighter eyes, like our eyes, are way more. This is what I learned from having a wife who works at an eye doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Blue eyes, and I think green too, but definitely blue eyes are more susceptible to disease than brown eyes. Brown eyes are much stronger as far as disease.
That's right,
because light is way more sensitive to
You got those
our
poop
eyes. Yeah. Hey.
You said it.
Shit brown.
Shit brown.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. So, what was I gonna? Oh yeah, the auto grind functionality that also works for grinding in bed. It also doesn't kick on, so he can see where he's laying his dimes.
Yeah.
It works great in bed.
Oh shit. Okay, so
special.
what machine do you like? What's your favorite machine? Have you used a lot of different kinds or?
Yeah, honestly, the one that we used in Rand's Fap Shop was a Pipeworks Pro, and they're like $12,000 or some shit.
Damn.
But it's set up for two different MIG, so you can have like if you want to do stainless on this side or aluminum on this side, and then you have your mild steel or whatever on this side, so you don't have to like, I gotta switch my fucking wire and pull a new wire because I'm doing a different material, different flavor.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
And
so it had two different guns?
Yep.
Nice.
And the Stinger's already there hooked up. Your TIG rig's hooked up. So all you got to do is hit different buttons to switch back and forth from stick welding and TIG.
Damn.
But it also does a lot of pulse welding, pulse MIG welding. I can make a 8-inch stick weld in 4 minutes.
Damn.
With that motherfucker.
Does it have a cooling capacity? Like
they're set up to do that, but we didn't have them set up like that.
Yeah.
But like a lot of places, like Bear Pharmaceutical, they want you to do like a TIG root pass. So, you know, and then a stick, like a low high all the way out, a 70-18 rod, stick rod all the way out. Because the route's a lot cleaner that way instead of doing a stick route,
Makes
like a
sense,
5P route. So this way you don't have to like on a normal like 220 machine that we use out in the field, you'd have to completely swap your rigs and stuff to switch back and forth. It's kind of a pain in the ass. On that machine, you just boop, tig it, and then you go stick, and then grab your stinger and grab your rod. You're good to go.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
I mean, I'd love to have. I mean, it'd be the last machine you'd ever fucking buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. Sounds like it, yeah.
But you got it, 3-phase power. I mean, you got to have the power for it, though.
No shit.
If you do pulse.
Oh, yeah, makes sense, yeah.
But I love it because we have like the doorbell on it. So you that's what we call them. It adjusts your heat with your thumb on the rig.
Oh, yeah.
So I always max the heat out to something. However, I don't know how high it goes, 190, 200.
Yeah.
Turn it all the way up on the machine, and then I'll strike up, and then I'll slowly turn my heat up to where it's perfect. I don't even know what heat I run with that machine.
That's bitching, though. It's on the fly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what welding do you do the most?
It's just when I was with CDI for 7 years, it was pretty much TIG welding.
What does that mean, CDI?
That was a company I worked for.
Oh, okay, Jesus. I thought it was like a
Certification.
No. I had certifications.
You were with CDI.
Yeah,
okay.
I was code certified and all that with them to weld on code vessels and stuff, but TIG welding.
All the time.
That's awesome.
And a lot of guys, like older school guys, would rather stick weld, just 5P everything, 60-10 everything. And I'm more like, well, I'm just going to fucking TIG it.
You like TIGging the most?
Well, I hate getting burned up. That's 5P just...
Splatters. Mm-hmm. Damn.
So yeah, TIG weld pretty much everything I can. But the stuff I've been doing lately, we've been stick welding a lot.
Yeah.
So, which is good because if you haven't done a lot of if people that have welded a lot, if you strictly just TIG for a year, and then you like try to go back to stick welding, it's gonna take you a couple of passes to get back in the groove of things.
Yeah, it's like riding a bike.
It's hard to remember unless you have a damn good memory to remember every fucking heat you like and all the things.
Yeah, or have a damn cheat sheet notebook or whatever.
Well, and like I said, if I had that Pipeworks Pro at home and I knew I liked certain heats, I'd write it on the machine. What heats I like and for this and that. But you could have MIG weld. One of the guys, actually my cousin Steve, he MIG welded aluminum with that motherfucker.
Damn.
And it looked
good.
Fucking good.
Nice.
So
it just slams the wire out.
Was that a spool gun then?
No, it's just a MIG gun, normal MIG gun with the big wire on it.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So shouts out to Pops. Who's gonna like this question? Okay. You want to get into welding. You want to work for a union, do something on pipe fitting side. You have no experience, but you want to get into it. How do you do it?
So there's only a few ways to get in, really.
Okay, well we can
Yeah. So the way I got in was because my grandpa and my dad were pipe fitters, and my dad did CDI as solid, and they hired me because of it. And I turned out to be a good welder, good hand, so they hired my brother. So that's kind of how that worked out. But if you don't have anyone, you don't know anything, and you want to weld or whatever, you go to welding school. Whatever I think MWI, Tulsa Welding. There's another one.
Isn't there one in Nevada?
Yeah, Nevada is more union pro.
Okay.
They push getting the union. But to be honest, if you want to be a pipe fitter, the welding's kind of not really there anymore.
Really?
It's still needed, 100% needed, but a lot of stuff's going smaller, and it's not as big of jobs. And they want HVAC's hands. They want service.
Well, God damn it, we're not pushing that.
No.
Okay.
I know. I mean, my advice is to go to welding school, and if you can't get in that way, go to HVAC school, and then now you know how to weld and put in rooftop units and charge Freon and do both sides of it. I mean, you can't beat that. It's just anymore. There's not a super high need for welders.
Huh?
That's cap. I'm just saying. Me
in
Eminem
our area,
over here.
That's kind of mind-boggling though, because whenever I heard pipe fitter, I always just thought of a dude screwing black iron together, fitting pipe, rethreading and shit.
There is a lot. in our trade. It's ridiculous how much shit we do.
I was really shocked by what you were describing. I don't remember if we were in the car or where the hell we were. You were describing, but like how a pipe fitter, you could be a pipe fitter, but like have to do like plumbing or HVAC or something, electrical something. I forgot what you were describing.
So a lot of
your
service
field.
Guys will do
maybe that's
control
what it was.
Wires and stuff.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Like temp sensors and sometimes they wire. I mean, they do a lot of wiring. I mean, it's
goes a little bit.
And what is their like job title in that?
Just service pipe fitter.
Service pipe fitter.
Yeah, they would make the same wages.
Yeah,
I make the same wage. Well,
okay.
I get paid just a smidge over
because you're the GOAT junior.
Yeah, but most service guys get paid more too. They get paid over, but we're the same pay scale, same wage package, and all that shit.
Right.
Gotcha. No, I mean he gets paid more than you guys. He's the prince, so it's okay.
But
we can say it.
Yeah. No. But yeah, I think there is a lot of need for welding for sure. But it's just like I feel like our trade has gone more towards HVACs,
service and shit. Yeah,
because they just do. I mean, it's not as big anymore.
Yeah.
Back in the day, there's 200-300 guys on a job.
Jesus.
Now you're only seeing 30-40 on big jobs. That's a big job.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Well, technology.
You'll get that on them big jobs.
A lot of different tools. A lot of, back in the day, they didn't have as many fork trucks and stuff.
Yeah, make your job a lot easier. Yeah.
Well, in a lot of companies, you can't pick anything up over 50 pounds by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Anything under 50 pounds you can pick up. Over 50 pounds, you have to have someone else.
Or some forearm forklifts.
Yeah.
So
mechanical means.
Your grandpa worked for the union. Your dad did. You did. Your brother is.
My dad is still. Yeah.
Do you know what your grandpa's grandpa did? Or grandpa's dad did, I mean?
Yeah, he was an architect. So that Wyandotte County Community Center,
yeah,
that's called the Mine Community Center.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
Fucking goats.
That actually was my family's land.
That's cool. Looking legit.
I think it was my great uncle or grandpa gave Wyandotte County that land.
Nice.
Motherfucker, you should have kept that shit.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Could have built a shop house on it.
That's legit though.
No, yeah, if you go, State Avenue towards Legends and you look over, the sign will say Mine Community Center.
Dang.
So when my grandpa passed away when he was 60, he was in the union for 40 years, and he got hurt. He fell off some stairs, not on the job, but and ended up passing away. But we had the pipe fitter picnic. We do that every year. Yeah. We had it at the community center.
Nice.
The Mine
That's
Center.
legit.
We do it at Worlds of Fun now, but yeah.
Nice. Huh.
That Worlds of Fun trip. That's why Frito-Lay does it too. They have a big old Worlds of Fun trip.
They only allow us to drink a certain period because we got initially kicked out the first time. A couple times we used to do it back in the day. They'd go up there. One of the pipe fitters stole the security bicycle.
Hell yeah!
And took off in the parking lot, and they ran him down with the fucking security truck. So they didn't allow us back for a long time. Then they said you only could drink like 1 to 3 or some shit, and it's keg and it's like Bud Light. It's like bleh.
So you're like pre-game.
Yeah, you get sloshed and you go down the roller coasters
and then throw up on people.
Yeah,
nice.
Mint. Good old Worlds of Fun. Right on, Rad Warriors. Right on.
What?
Have you never been to Worlds of Fun before?
Couple of times.
When did they say
Couple of times?
Yeah.
How many times have you been to Worlds of Fun?
10 to 20.
They say that on every goddamn ride, almost.
It's
That's
been
their
a couple
fucking
years.
Jesus Christ.
I don't have kids.
Missourians or whatever you are.
He lives in Kansas.
Yeah.
He lives in Kansas City, and I've been to fucking Worlds of Fun more times than him. Tons of times.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, as a kid. I mean, not really, but
have you took your kids yet?
Yeah, we actually did.
You go to Camp Snoopy?
It was horrible.
They allowed you on the ride?
Yeah, we did. It's
too tall.
It's not fun.
No,
not with kids. It really isn't.
Yeah.
They're a pain in the ass. Yeah. If I'm being genuine as possible, it's a great experience. It's an experience, and that's the best way to put it. Like, it's cool to see your kids do that. Yeah. But it's if you say it's more fun to take your kids there than just be like, no, we're just gonna have a date night and go there. You're fucking lying.
You're fucking lying.
You're a liar. You're a liar. So I mean, because you just don't. Kids make it really hard because they don't want to ride stuff or they're scared of stuff, and then you have to sit back and you're like, man, I really want to get on the fucking Mamba, but
can't do it.
You know, which that's going to be my next period, like, you know, because a kid, that's going to be your life for a while. You know?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Until they're older, unless they're the wild kid that likes it. Which
I didn't like.
If you have 2 kids, you probably got your percentages are going down because one may like it, one may not. That's the way me and my brother were. I didn't like rides when I was a kid. I was scared to death of them. My brother would ride anything.
But I hated the thrill back in when I was younger. I hated it. Now it's like,
now I like
it. Hit me.
Yeah, more.
I need the adrenaline.
I love it now. I love roller coasters. Yeah. Certain things on the heights sketch me out, like the big swing thing at Worlds of Fun. I don't really like that anymore because while I'm up there,
I heard someone die.
I'm thinking, I don't know about that, but
well, that's why they moved it to here because someone died.
I'm sure someone's died.
Roller coaster.
Yeah. But anyway, I was just saying, I start thinking about mechanical failures while I'm up there, and I'm like, get me the fuck off of this piece. I'm starting looking at the materials it's used. I'm like, cable wire and this a fucking little bolt this big holding it. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? You know,
it's controlled chaos.
Yeah.
Or when you go to like when they have the traveling fucking amusement parks.
The carnivals.
That's a lot more sketchy.
Oh, dude.
Way more.
You get on the Ferris wheel and you just hear all this noise.
The creaking and cracking. You're like, whoa.
Yeah. Dude's down there smoking a cigarette. He's like...
And it's not even a cigarette. It's a J.
Yeah.
Hey, well, if you go with me, if something breaks, I'll fix it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
I got my hood in the bag. We're ready to go.
We know
He's prepared.
He keeps that on him. He's always strapped up.
It's strapped up.
Got to keep a hood in the truck. You never know when you got to say
Yeah, or when you're on the fucking ride
that dimes.
It like spins around and it's like it's on an arm and it spins like this, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, and you see the drive shafts and shit and you're like, how old are those U-joints? It's like,
when were those greased?
You're asking questions like, hey, when you maintenance this thing?
Yeah.
What's your maintenance log?
1995.
What's your checklist?
You got and then you also think about, like, I look at this truck for say, and just the minimal amount it was in the trailer moving back and forth, and I'm sure you had just the amount. I'm just saying, traveling with it on the trailer. Who knows what loosened up during that time? Race cars, you got a nut and bolt check. Your shocks couldn't fuck up because of just the abuse from right on the trailer. All those units are traveled on these trailers thousands of miles. Who's nut and bolt checking them motherfuckers?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Billy Bob's down there with a cigarette. He's like, yep.
Got my Ryobi Impact.
It makes that noise. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I'm sure they test it, but I doubt they check it. They sure just run it a few times.
Yeah, they test it with a full load.
Every year there's one of those videos of some fucking motherfucker falling from way up and dying or something. I don't watch those. They're disgusting.
Because I never go to a carnival ever again.
You never been one?
Carnivals?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've been to several,
Did you go to the 11? Yeah, they're not as fun as they used to be. They used to have the derby and all the mud runs and all that shit, and they stopped doing all that.
I've been to more carnivals than I've been to Worlds of Fun. Let's just put it that way.
That was the thing to do in high school, though, was pick up the ladies to go to the carnivals.
Mm-hmm. Put on the old cologne.
Brett is all about them ladies. Mm-hmm. Except that one time when he asked about how many dudes you could fit in your father-in-law's boat.
5 dudes.
Yeah, I know.
You fit 5 dudes in that boat?
That was fucking hilarious.
That was funny as fuck.
Have you seen Billy's S10 or Street Racing channel?
Yep,
it's all back together.
I'm up to date.
That thing is fucking legit. The way that airbrush that guy did on
I can't believe how well matched it is.
I'm glad it's all one color now.
It's so cool. Yeah. Like that guy, shouts out to that dude.
Yeah, they fucking killed it.
I think he said he had like 150 plus hours or something in that thing. Like
Christ.
it was.
I believe that.
Oh, and it was legit. Like they added rust to fiberglass tours. But I mean, like he figured out the crate. I mean, that guy, and that's what I've been thinking. Just because of that video, and this is a proven example. Is just because of him doing that. like I was thinking when I do the F100, if we do short bed, all the areas where we have to chop the bed and stuff to where it ruins the patina.
Yeah.
That's a perfect motherfucker to be like, this section right here on the bed or whatever, just, you know,
Make
get
it
it,
match.
airbrush it, make it look like it never fucking happened.
Like,
you know?
My buddy Cody, he said, like, they'll, whatever color you want, the patina and all that stuff, they'll just keep layering it, and then they sand it down and they get like a chemical.
Yeah.
They start making.
So
it
he
look
can
like,
do that. They can do that shit too.
He can do it. Yeah.
Man, I can't wait.
He started. He did it on a C10 a while back. And he
shouts out to Cody. I think he's gonna be on the podcast soon. So that's something we're definitely gonna have to talk about.
They paint and shit all the time.
Cody, bring the knowledge because we want to hear about it on the podcast.
Or they'll take like tack cloth and drag it down the side of the car.
It's fucking
to give it like a wood grain look.
Yeah, cool.
Like Steve Morse's wagon. I'm pretty sure that it's all paint. It's not real legit wood. I don't think.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I fucking love that wagon.
Yeah,
it's dope. Speaking of that,
that was kind of cool.
That was kind of cool.
Kickflip.
You know it. You know. I'm out here.
He's gotta have those DC shoes on,
dude. Rob Deerdeck.
Fucking tech deck.
I used to love watching Fantasy Factory and shit. Robbing Big.
Oh, dude. We can talk about that for fucking ever.
Oh,
but I don't want to miss the point of Steve Morris.
No.
Because there's a really good point of watch Cletus's new video. Pretty legit. Steve pulled the SMX out of his car. Had it fresh. It was just freshened up. Gave it to Cletus and said, if you get me to 400,000 subscribers, he was at 200 or 250.
Yeah,
something. He was at 200. I think it was a low amount, around 200 when he had it. And they said if in a week, if Cletus gets him to 400,000, literally doubles his thing, he wouldn't have to pay for it.
Oh my god!
Which would probably pay for the motor.
Oh, for sure.
And subscribers.
Yeah. So this is how he did it, and it's genius. But he did that. I looked 17 or 18 hours after the video was posted. He was at 349,000 subscribers. In 17 fucking hours.
And 150,000 people.
That's a lot.
Go status right there. That is
shit. So what Cletus do? What did he just say? Hey, go subscribe
on
to him?
On the video, he said, I need your guys' help. Mm-hmm. All you have to do, because he's probably got, 2 million subscribers?
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah, so he's like, all you guys have to do, help me out, is go to Steve Morse's YouTube video, or YouTube channel, and subscribe.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, yeah, sure. The loyal followers. I
already follow Steve.
I follow Cletus too, but...
Yeah, I did follow... I do... It's also for people like me. Like, I've watched probably 8 probably videos of Steve Morris, just some of his tech information, because he has really good information about solid roller lifters versus hydraulic roller lifters, and camshaft and valve train information.
Well, you ain't gonna learn nothing. You have to watch these guys.
Yeah, and this goes back to the last podcast where it's like, go find the people who are the most intelligent and go watch them. And I've seen some of his videos, but I wasn't subscribed, right? So I went and subscribed because I was like, that's a rock solid deal. Cletus puts a lot into the game, so I'm willing to help him and also help Steve because Steve's a great guy too. And it's smart. So I think that was badass alone.
On the motor, is it the same motor that Cletus had basically, or is it a better motor?
No, different. So SMX is its own. He designed it. Like it's a crossbreed between. Probably the best things that a Hemi brings, best things that big block Chevy brings, best things about everything, and then even more so. Because, you look at a 41X, they describe it as kind of a crossbreed between a big block Chevy and a Hemi setup. And I think SMX probably takes it, maybe even a bit further, meaning it's even more evolutionary. Like, we're trying to think about different ways.
Want to buy one, I guess, probably.
So... In this motor, it's a street-driven SMX, so it's all billet, but also, it's got water jackets sent through the block, multiple water jackets through the cylinder heads to keep this thing cool. It's really interesting. On the side of the block, they have, Allen screws where they have removable plates where I believe it's the water passages I'm assuming to be able to clean those water passages out is the point of that, or maybe Jesse knows more about that. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I mean, Steve has got it all figured out. Maybe it is to clean it out, or maybe there's something behind there that you can access in the engine without pulling ahead or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like a lot of guys, when you pull they'll have all the heads milled out to where you can pull lifters out without pulling the intake and stuff.
Right.
A lot of guys do that. But, I mean, that engine, it's really cool, but it's also, you can't go and get parts for it. Like, say you drop a lifter.
You got to go to Steve.
Yeah, or you have a rocker fuck up. It's like, well,
I've been thinking about
because
that.
Tom Bailey had that problem on sick week. The very first sick week, he had a cylinder head fuck up on him. He's like, I'm out. I don't have another head.
Yeah. And that's
pretty
the
much
only way you do that is just have that shit on deck.
Well, that's
you know what I mean?
Like Street Outlaws, they all have extra. Like Ryan Martin's got a spare motor, complete spare motor with a Pro Charger on it, ready to just slap.
Yeah, but you can't take that on drag and drive.
No.
But yeah, that's
you can't take a spare motor on drag and drive.
Well,
you can, but a lot of guys don't.
Yeah, they don't. They choose
you
not
have
to.
Someone bring
because
it to
of
you, I guess, if you wanted.
But okay, here's a question for you: 5 years from now, does somebody have a spare motor in the trailer?
Oh, there's already guys that have done it.
They're going because we're talking, and this is to Cletus's point. We're talking 5-second range is where he wants to get
5,000 horsepower. Yeah,
in the quarter mile. So we're to that point in this day of age. 5 years from now, there's going to be the top half of the field probably will have a spare motor in there or something, or at least enough to literally replace
rods, pistons,
every single fucking part of the engine.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had a spare long block. Because 9 times out of 10, from the intake down, if something fails, it's all junk.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So you just
and then the times you have to clean your oil pan and clean all your fucking shit out, make sure you get all the burrs out.
It's easier to swap the motor.
Yeah.
And then you send it off and have it rebuilt.
Yeah.
Have them fucking do it. Have the machine shop fucking do it.
And we're getting to the point where we're getting to the drag and drive area where we're getting the same part of Street Outlaws where it's getting to where you can't really.
It's battle of the billfold.
It really is.
And the ultimate, when you go from, say, the 790s and faster, it is how much money do you have?
Yeah.
And that also brings up another point of how much it costs to actually do what those guys are doing or like what we're doing, stuff like that.
The one thing I really like about drag and drive, and I've been thinking about this at a Street Outlaw point, and I think it's a fair point that I feel like would make Street Outlaws more interesting, is on drag and drive, it's a duo pair.
Yeah.
So those two are allowed to work on that car. And I feel Street Outlaws need something similar because there's, whether it's Petty or one of these guys, they're tuning like 5 different cars
at once,
and they're all they're master tuners. Yeah. So if you said Ryan Martin could call one guy, his guy's probably going to be whatever his preferred tuner is, but that makes Ryan Martin one. Yeah. But it doesn't help because if you have Petty behind 5 cars, those 5 cars are going to be bad motherfuckers because Petty's he's a bad motherfucker in himself.
Well, when you think about it though, Steve Petty, he's really good. Not taking anything away from him, but he's got 5 different cars with data.
True, to deal with.
He's got data for days.
He's just not focusing on one car.
Yeah, exactly.
If he focused on one car, it'd be.
I think it would make it more interesting, and it would the point is that for me, everybody hates on Justin Swanstrom, but what I like about Justin Swanstrom is it's him and his dad. And his dad's tuning the shit. It's more relatable. It's a father-son duo versus a series of guys that all have the same tuner who's a professional tuner.
And the same motor setup. And
they're just got data for days, so they're all going to get down. They're all going to help each other. But if you had Petty paired with one, you have to lock in at the beginning of the season. I'm helping this guy. It makes it much more interesting of teamwork in itself because you can't really help. You can't pick your one guy. You can have. It's hard. I understand. Maybe the answer is no prep kings. That is its own thing. Don't do that. But we're talking like when we do the in-game or the small tire stuff where they're trying to make it relatable, I think that's when you need to add that rule, because the relatable content is you got a buddy. You have your one buddy that helps you, that comes out, that's helping you tune your shit.
No matter
maybe
what.
he's a tuner, maybe he's lining you up, maybe he helps work on your show. You have two on in-game or these relatable style shows. You just get one partner at the beginning of the year, and it's you and your buddy. And that's all you got. That's all the help you have. You guys have to wrench on the car day to day. You have to take your car out. You test with that guy. You guys tune together. You guys do everything. Otherwise, it's against the rules. And that's the most relatable thing, because that's what all we have is our buddy. You and your buddy. Yeah. And that's what I think would be bad fucking
and I think like
about.
The new
and
show,
that's what Drag and Drive is.
They're trying to be relatable with that new show. And the people they bring on, I feel like a lot of those people are relatable to us. The people that they came on and raced them.
Yeah.
But like Ryan Martin's car is kind of relatable because this has big block nitrous. I mean, it's not like Murder Nova's Chevy, the 55, Jeff Lutch's car, Doc's car, Monza's car. There's big money in those motor setups.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just...
Is this in-game?
No. This is just the Oklahoma show. This is just the 405...
Small tire cars.
Small tire cars.
I am not up to date on this part. So this is
there's
cool.
just all small tire cars. Like Chuck's Fox body is just it's a Coyote with the oil gears or whatever the fuck they put in a turbo. But like Murder Nova's shit, that's a fucking Texas Speed. I mean, there's
that big wheel car.
Not the big wheel car. The black,
the 55. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, there's $60,000 under the fucking hood. That is not relatable.
Is this on an actual Street Outlaws?
It's on Discover. Yeah, this is Street Outlaws, the 405 show.
I want to watch that. I see. That's what I've been trying to. I've been so behind on Street Outlaws. I'm starting to watch In Game with my dad. That's the reason why I think
the
I'm
big
behind.
Wheel car is fucking big money. Too.
I refuse to watch it unless I'm watching it with my dad.
You.
So. We'll
have to watch it.
Yeah, but we're trying to get through in game right now, and then we'll have to do that, and that's interesting.
Yeah, it's just
what I think would be.
They're acting like, oh well, that C8's big money. I'm like, motherfucker, you got $200,000 in the 57.
Yeah. I still think
55 or whatever it is.
It's still relatable.
It is relatable
because anybody can really get there if they really save and they work hard enough. Most anybody, they just got to put the work in, and that's what it is. But. God, man, focus on those two things together. I would love to see that.
And then Damon bought a Shelby that was fast as shit.
What I think
there's over 100,000.
What I think would be badass is if we did, or someone, or hell, even if we all came together and did a Drag and Drive no prep series. Mm-hmm. How much more relatable could that be? Because a lot of people are in the no prep scene, and I think it would entice guys like Joey Heichel, Ryan Mitchell.
You mean so be like strictly like grudge?
Yeah,
like bring what you fucking.
Yeah, and at each track it would be like a heads up series, and it's we have a ladder, we qualify all the cars, and then we have a ladder, time clocks on, everything. Everybody can see what's going on, and you drag and drive 1,000 miles, no prep that motherfucker.
The problem is the clocks being on is a problem.
But
can we just turn wind lights on?
You can, yeah. But I think a lot of guys would kind of end up building another car to do that.
Just don't worry about it. Yeah, not worry about time.
So would you have like rule set, or should it be like index racing? It'd just be like what the Drag and Drive is today. Would you just index race, or are you talking like just one fucking class and see?
I think just one class.
See who the bad is.
That's true.
No, but I mean, you obviously would have like Joey's car is not a pro mod.
Well, you could do
like fiberglass
big tire,
bodies,
small tire.
Yeah, you could do
daily driver. Just same way no prep rules
just
are.
Just do fucking steel.
You got
roof
three classes,
but they all
4. You do stick shift, daily driver, small tire, big tire.
Yeah, don't do none of that true street and have like 5 extra small tire classes.
No, But you use the rule set based on regular no prep. What everyone else uses as their
Lexan front or whatever you want.
Yeah,
to add to it.
The normal
no
prep.
Big tire 29s.
Yeah.
If you got 29s, you're in the big tire class. But no, I think how fucking cool would that be? Because it would mix in with the drag. I mean, I've never been to an actual Drag and Drive event. I don't know what the track prep is like there, but I would assume for those most like the radial tire car, the snot rocket, it was going 690s. on a 275 radial, there's got to have something.
At Sick Week, it's
got to have some sort of prep.
Sick Week was made. Tom Bailey made it because of that. Is like, why don't we all want to go fast as fuck, so why don't we make an event to go to the fastest tracks in America, which is right where they went, South Georgia Motorsports Park, all the Florida tracks, Orlando and Bradenton. I don't know about Gainesville, but I think they went pretty fast there. But that's like the point of it.
Just go to some back home tracks that are prepped like fuck.
Well, I mean, we can do it right here because that's what we have is fucked tracks. So, Topeka is obviously going to be the fastest times, but everyone's racing on the same surface. You tell Topeka, don't prep it, or so they just don't take their jug of glue out to the fucking starting line is all they're going to do.
Just drag it and make sure it's dry.
Yeah.
Race it backwards.
And you could do that if they're willing for it. I think that'd be, if they're willing to race backwards, then fuck yeah.
Or you sprinkle it in and be like, oh, and when they get to the track, it's like, oh, this is a back of the track race. Like say you go Tulsa, Topeka, US 36, and then I-70, starting in an I-70 or whatever. But when you get to Topeka, it's like, oh, hey, this is back of the track race.
Yeah. Don't tell nobody.
Mix it in, man. That would be
just scoot the starting line way up or something.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that. Well, the problem with back of the track race, the number one problem, the timing system is going to be a problem. You can't. If you're going to do back of the track,
event. You just do a flashlight and have a fucking camera at the end.
Okay. Well, here's a fun situation. Because Topeka's would be so good compared to no prep track. What if it's like a head? Okay, remember this: Rocky Mountain Race Week. At the end of the year, or at the end, they did a bracket. And it's like a whole thing. Or in the same way Street Outlaws is, the last race I think is like it's worth an extra amount of points.
Yeah, they did 16 grand.
What if you do this? What if every track you go to in this is we do it off the light? It's time based. You give them your standings. The last place you go to is Topeka. It's back of the track, and it's a tournament bracket, or it's a cash day style event. If it's a no whoever wins gets an extra. However many points, you set up like a point system, and then so somebody who would be in 5th place the whole entire time wins the whole thing. They may, if the points add up, they may come up and win the whole fucking thing.
You got to make it to that fucking.
Or
it'd be fucking cool or something like that.
And then everyone do $100 buy-in or something, and someone gets some money or whatever you want to do.
Or
I just show up. It's hard. You buy into the event. You know what I mean? And then you get the last place you go is Topeka. Everyone's going to try to turn their shit up to the fucking max.
You buy your tech card at the beginning of the event, the whole drag and drive.
Even if you did it at the front of the track, it'd be super entertaining to like all in, run, just kind of everyone's going to go fast, and it's a bracket style, like a cash day style event. It's like whoever wins the whole thing gets an extra 50 points or 100 points or whatever towards the rest of the thing, because it's like whoever turns in the quickest ticket
I feel like we need to organize
day
this.
1 gets 25 points, 2 gets 50, we need to 15 points, whatever.
Someone needs
it's a lot. I think it would be cool to do something like that.
You don't think?
Huh?
You think Topeka would fight it? Like we have to have insurance?
Not at all. I think that maybe the back of the track situation, but like I just said,
don't have to do the
fuck
back.
It, just do it the front of the track.
Just don't prep
and
it.
just I would say
whatever.
You could do it like everything else and just make it another stop, and everyone's going to be really fast. Everyone's racing on the same surface that day. Everyone's going to turn in a faster ticket.
Yep.
It's equal. It's fine. But what would make it really fun, because how it's so fast, is you put it at the very end, and everyone's racing on these like shitty tracks, and everyone's competing on that level, and then you say, all right, here's a pretty fucking decent track. Let's see how fast you motherfuckers can go, and let's see who can do both
or
the best, and who can win it all.
Yeah, or throw it instead of doing like a back of the track.
Who's the baddest motherfucker? It's like the badass motherfucker race.
Or instead of doing back of the track, do like, oh, we're going to prep this fucking thing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That would be easiest.
And let's see who can do both.
Yep.
And who's the baddest motherfucker of them all? Who can be the fastest on no prep and the fastest on because then you're going to get people who. That's really interesting because then you're going to say
race cars, though.
People are going to say,
fucking tits.
Should I build a car that's more leaning towards the faster side and try to run the fastest there, or and be pretty competitive through the rest, or should I just try to wipe the clean on the rest? And then because people are going to put radials on their car or something going into a fast surface, they might make a tire change, or they might not. They might just say, we'll just run a slick and try to be the fastest on that.
That'd be the other question. So we'd have these other classes. Would you just have an all-out battle? Whatever class you're in, you can have that tire. So you could be racing a big tire or a small tire or a radial.
I think at that point,
you have each one per class.
No, I think at that point, whatever tire you start the week out on, that's what you finish it. You can't make a tire change.
Yeah.
Well,
even the playing field.
Like if you have a radial guy that's in the radial class and you do the cash days, he has to be on that radial. He can't put a big tire on.
That would be one. I think that's interesting, but at
it's like my battle of the tires.
My argument to that though is on no prep events, they don't give a fuck if you bring a radial or a drag slick, as long as the size of the tire is equivalent.
Well, but if we have a big tire class,
they're all going to run slicks. That's just
that's what I'm saying.
Just how big tire cars are.
Yeah.
But that's like their preference.
Said, if that's the class you're in, you can't swap.
If they wanted to bring some giant ass drag radial out to run, then whatever you want to do.
If you want to put a 315 drag radial on it, you're in the big tire class.
Yeah, you're right. And but if a big tire car prefers to do all the no prep surfaces, the worst surfaces on a slick, but they're like, I think I can get down on a 315 in Topeka and run a fucking number.
Yeah.
Then they have them in their trailer, they make a tire change.
No tire
and it's just a part of the strategy. Same way with, damn well, Beater Bomb and everybody else, if they were running every other track shitty and they're like, we're just going to run a Hoosier, small tire 28 Hoosier on all these tracks. And then they're like, Topeka, I think I'm going to try to put a 275 radial on it.
But you can't make a tire change.
If he's in small tire.
But what if that's okay? Because you can I'm saying no prep racing, they don't care if it's a radial, they don't care if it's a
right.
Yeah, so what if you just do the same thing?
Yeah,
it's just a part of.
We're just saying per class. If you're in that small tire class and we're only allowing the 28-10-5 slick, and you're in that class, you cannot put the 28-10-5 radial on.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. But I'm saying if you don't put that limit on them, because you're not no small tire, like no prep, true no prep race puts that limit on anybody. You can run a radial if you want. If you feel like you can get down faster on a radial tire than a slick, people don't give a fuck. Chances are you're not going to be able to. But it's just a part of strategy. It's another way of doing it.
No one's really running.
It makes it more interesting to say
small tire race.
Is Ryan Mitchell going to run 28s the whole week, and then at the end is he going to put a radial on it, or is he going to keep the 28 on it? What's his decision? It just adds like another. It's an extra flair. Everyone's on the same playing field. If you want to put a radial on, because I think it goes into who's the baddest motherfucker.
Who's going to have extra sets? I mean, you're going to have whatever extra set of tires.
Ryan Mitchell and Beater Bomb will have an extra set of tires if they think that's what's going to make them win. They will have that. Here's the deal: you
don't tell them we're going to do the cash days at the end.
They got
hit it with them.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's just there's a lot of possibilities. I think it'd be kind of cool to see.
Well, most guys are only going to bring an extra set of tires.
It's all about strategy at that point.
I mean, if you're on a 28-10-5 Hoosier, you're going to have an extra set of 28-10-5 Hoosiers. You're not going to have a set of radials on the roof of the car.
Yeah, I'm sticking with you start and end the week on the same fucking tire, no matter what. Because I agree.
I think so.
In radial racing, they're not going to care.
Yeah.
Obviously, but.
As long as it's the tire
but
size.
I think that also makes the rules stick a lot harder. Like if you start out on a CO7, you got to end the fucking week on a CO7. You start out on a pro, you got to end the week on a pro, because it makes it a whole lot easier to even the playing field. Because I mean, if you suck, you suck. I mean, you should have chose. You have the option to choose at the beginning of the week.
That brings strategy into it, too. I think both ways is interesting. The
problem is you get that one big tire car that runs fast as shit.
Well, they're racing against other big tire cars.
Yeah.
Well, but if you do the cash days where everyone's won.
Well, no. The cash days wouldn't be everyone's won. It'd be big. I think it'd be big tire. Yeah. Same separate classes. It's just
radial, small
whoever wins big tire wins big tire, and they win big tire overall.
Yeah.
Saying if the points, whatever the points equal out to, you know what I mean? That last day, you're going to make a run on it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of interesting.
A lot of questions. No, I'm good.
Oh, I'm on that motherfucker right there. Yeah.
That.
This is a big unit.
It is a big unit. We're going to be on that bitch for a minute. So I love it. So here's I think we need to just jump right into this. Well, first of all, if I want to make a funny point. I got fucking swindled by Street Racing Channel over there, like, oh, cops following us right before I pull, and I watch it, and they're just like driving around, the cops literally behind them, and then like I'm like, okay, so a cop was behind you for a small portion of time. You know, it's like, I think we've all been there. I mean, it's a butt puckering moment because I'm driving my BMW. I'm like,
yeah.
Don't get mad at me for my exhaust.
Oh,
but nobody cares. The cops, if anything, like it.
They were following.
They're like, they were trying to get him for something, just the way they were. But I thought it's funny. Now, let me tell you, the editing, Tommy did a really, really fucking good job editing. So shouts out. But anyway. But what I think we need to get into, I think, is the final point of what we're going to talk about today is costs, both racing-wise and I think most importantly traveling-wise. When we get into traveling-wise, I know Brett has fucking traveled to Texas and Oklahoma, or I don't know about Texas, but definitely Oklahoma.
I went to Dallas last January for a street race.
Yeah,
and it rained. So
you went on We
went to H-Town every year the last 2 or 3 years,
and you went on some long ass road trips just to get car parts. That's what it takes to be a car guy. Is like, on a budget.
I know, and everyone asks me, like, "Well, there wasn't one in town."
No, there's not
one in fucking town.
There's not,
or else I'd be fucking buying it. Yeah,
maybe in Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, I've driven to Illinois for a fucking 4L80 or transmission or whatever. That's just what you have to do as a car guy.
You want that one. It's in your head. It's like, I want that. We're going.
Well, not only that, but sometimes it's the only one that you can find.
That's the way it was for me.
Well,
I bought that 4L80. I found that because I was going to put a 4L80 in the BMW. At first, we put it up in there in the trans tunnel. It was tight. It fit, but it's tight.
They're tying the F body
too tight for me. In my personal opinion, so I was like, nah, and it's gonna be faster with a glide. So more of the story is, I hunted for 3 months trying to find that they didn't want $2,500 for. I'm like, I don't need that. I need a stock, basically two-wheel drive is hard to find in 4L80 because they only put them in vans or two-wheel drive trucks. Big heavy-duty trucks, which most of them are four-wheel drive that had 80s in them. But I've 2-3 months I'm looking for something that wasn't some crazy billet build that I couldn't afford, but I just wanted a decent that didn't look like they pulled out of the bottom of a pond 4L80 two-wheel drive. Couldn't find one anywhere near us. Found one in Illinois, and I said, why? I picked my wife up from work. She got off work at like 11:30 at night, and I said, all right, we're driving to St. Louis. We're going to stay the night there, pick it up in the morning, and then fucking come back. And that's just what you have to do.
And that's the way to do it, too, to plan with the hotel. Because the last 2 trips, we didn't do that.
Yeah.
We kind of did when we went to Indiana, but it was like 2 hours of sleep, and I got a text from the guy, like, because he would not meet us at 4:30 in the morning.
It's not much money to...
No, I mean, it's like when we went to Texas, I had... Well, diesel wasn't out the ass either, so... But I had...
Thanks, Brett, president. No, I'm joking.
I had 500 in diesel to get there and back, and $300 on the hotel room. I had it for 2 nights. We went down there. We stayed Friday night. The race was Saturday night. So it rained all.
Okay, so there's $800.
And that's not the $180 to fill 2 bottles of 15-pound bottles of nitrous. And that wasn't the $200 and 15, 20 gallons of race gas. Because you want to go down with extra. You don't have to be looking around.
Yeah, tires. You got to buy.
I bought a brand new set of Goodyears. That was $600.
Yep.
It's the only ones I could find at the time.
Yep.
Because had tire shortages or whatever.
So I mean, I had $2,000 to go down there and back.
Yep.
To get knocked out.
I still had the tires on the car. You know, that's just a maintenance.
But still, I mean,
I wouldn't have bought them if I didn't go.
It's a cost. Yeah.
$2,000 to go down there and
figure out that it rained and they didn't even do the fucking race.
That's racing.
Well, it is racing, but the problem was the weather forecast was all fucking day long, and all day the guy was like, oh, we got torches. We're gonna get this race is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I was like, okay, whatever. But it missed it all day long. I was like, this dude. And then midnight. He pushed it back an hour. It was supposed to meet up at 11. He pushed it to midnight. We all met up at midnight. And
okay, but Brett, put yourself in his position.
he should have just canceled it at 5.
Yeah.
6 o'clock.
Maybe, but if you're trying if you're
want
in
to
his
race.
I get
shoes,
it.
you're like, I got Brett. Not that he was thinking about you, but I'm
There's
just
a lot of
saying.
other guys.
There's a lot of people.
There's
You
people
have
from
$2,000 in that
Mississippi.
fucking trip. You want to get it
Yeah.
off. He's trying everything he
Ryan
can do
Mitchell
to get it
drove-
off.
Drove
Because if you
down
cancel
guys,
it,
oh, it's happening. They drove down.
well, think about any races that if the person would have just canceled it because of the side of a forecast,
Well, I mean,
or
it was
slight
raining.
rain that they ended up getting off. That
I mean,
we would
I
have
get it.
lost probably
I get it, but at the
30% of
same
our races.
point, like it was raining.
Yeah,
all day.
it's just a shit.
It's not like it was.
It's a shit
it
situation.
didn't rain all day and then it just
Yeah.
started at midnight.
That specific
no, it fucking
situation,
rained
I'm sure.
all day.
But I'm
And
sure
I
the
should have just called it and said, "Let's just go.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do this all day."
the promoter probably meant extremely well by his
Yeah,
actions.
it-
He's probably trying
it
to
just
like
sucks.
all these guys got all this money into it. They
There's
want to
guys
get it
from
off.
Mississippi that came down.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, so, but no, that.
But for me to go to H-Town, we went to H-Town a few times, and I got an Airbnb for 2 nights, which was only like $400. It was pretty good. Fuck the hotel. We stayed in that hotel in Dallas, and there was kids next door, and they're banging on the fucking wall all night. So I called the front desk or whatever. It had to be the boomer. Called the front desk.
That wasn't the kids.
But we went to H-Town and got the Airbnb. That was $400, $180 in nitrous, $200 in race gas.
Yep.
Go there, go a couple rounds, and then lose.
Turn around.
And then
Yep. That's if you don't break nothing.
I didn't break anything.
That's if you don't blow a tire on the trailer, truck, whatever.
And there was people from that event. Brings people from all over the country.
Oh yeah.
Just
Well,
to
it's
do
not
that.
even that. Like,
It's memories. It's all about memories.
well, it's not that. I mean, I guess I do have to agree there to a certain point. But it's like a lot of people when they see a race going on, they don't understand what it takes for a guy to get there. Like,
I mean, if you live in town, it's whatever.
yeah, but if you're traveling 2 hours plus, like when we would rent Tulsa and I'd take the truck down there, that's $500 to get down there and back. That's it.
Yeah.
And it was to the point where I wasn't getting a hotel. We would leave my house here in Baser at 2 in the fucking morning, and then we would drive from here to Tulsa, get there at 8 in the morning, test all day, load up, and then head back.
Yep.
You want to talk about being tired as fuck?
That's what we did.
But that's the
first
cheapest
time.
way to fucking
It
do
is.
it.
It is. That's the. Me and Hunter went down. It was just the first time I went to H-Town. No one wanted to go other than Hunter.
Yeah.
Me and Hunter go down there. I had made it to the 3rd round. I was going into the 4th round. It fucking starts raining.
Yeah.
So they split the pot. I ended up making, I think it was $650. $650. Paid for the
Damn.
nitrous. Paid for my buy-in. But mind you, buy-ins are $250 now.
Yeah.
Wait, is this
This was H-Town.
Was it on 660?
Yeah. This is the first one I went
All right,
to.
you need to send me the link. We're gonna link the video here.
Okay, this was
I haven't seen this one. The only ones I've seen,
We went to 3.
occasionally I'll watch 660 and it's always H Town, and then I'll see Brett and it's always the one he doesn't do well. So I want to see my fucking boy
the
fucking people up.
The first people. So we went down there the first time, and I first round I raced. Mind you, this guy should have pushed my shit in. Should have.
Yeah, should have, but he didn't.
He
That's
did not.
Brett's racing.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
how
a
it has to work.
'67 Camaro. Beautiful car. I mean, just this dude's awesome. He's a good dude. Twin turboed 408 Holly Dominator car. Full interior though, AC.
That's badass.
Fuck. This could be a sick week car. I mean, this is a drag and drive car.
That's badass.
He didn't figure it out yet. Blew his tires off, and I whooped his ass.
Yeah, that's not Brett. I'm gonna pause you right there. Don't ever again say that guy should have pushed your shit in, because you should have pushed his shit. You pushed his shit in, I'm sure, because you put in the work. You're the one who tested. That motherfucker didn't. His car's not set up for that.
Yeah.
Just because he
Yeah,
spent all this fucking money,
My car was
you're the
hauling ass that year. It was
You're
doing
way
wonderful.
better than him. So you deserve that win. Don't
That's true. That's
discredit
true.
yourself.
So I beat that dude. Going into second round, we raced. Or I was going into third round. I think I was going into third round when it rained. I beat. It was a Fox body, nitrous small block Ford Fox body. yeah, pushed his ever living shit in.
So did you deserve that win?
Oh yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
My boy needs it.
So yeah, we'll have to try to find the 660 the video and pull it up.
Yeah.
But me and Hunter, I think it's 7.5 there. So me and Hunter drove down there. We did that, raced, and the race got pushed back because it did rain. The minute we got there at like 10 in the morning, it rained.
Yeah.
So for the daily driver and True Street, you have to do a drive.
Yep.
So we drove around, and everyone drove on the track to try to drive.
Yep.
So it got pushed back. So this was 11 o'clock at night. I beat the Fox body on my Hunter. Dude, let's put the car on the trailer. He said, well, no, man, we're doing good. Fuck, if they're going to finish, like, Hunter, the radar said, dude, it's going to storm its ass off. So we loaded up, made the pass, loaded up, walked up there, and it's torrential downpour. And everyone's in there, and there's guys, oh, we'll just wait till the morning. And everyone's like, not everyone's in a fucking RV.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Got a pot of chili on waiting for you. Yeah.
So,
fuck that.
So they split the pot. I ended up pretty much paying for the whole trip because we didn't get a hotel. It was midnight. We were sitting at Quick Trip. I filled up. I drove 7.5 hours straight. Hunter slept the whole time. I had 3 Red Bulls sitting there.
Yeah.
I drove the whole way home going 80. Made it all the way home at 4 in the morning.
Couldn't do it.
I'd
fall asleep.
I was that whole next
I'm the
day, dude.
worst.
And when we got back, we unloaded everything. It's like, dude, we got to unload everything tonight. I'm gonna be dead all day tomorrow.
I'll tell you what. I will fall asleep driving. But
if I'm driving, I won't.
But
Yeah.
I will. But I will stop and tell people
Yeah.
I will fall asleep driving right now. Switch me spots.
Yeah.
Well,
But because
yeah.
for sure I would fall asleep
Hunter
driving.
can't
But
drive
I will
at
tell.
night. His eyes are fucky. But
Mine too.
But like when we went to Indiana, me, Cody, and Mitch switched off.
Yeah.
So it was like 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, which makes it just way more fucking better.
So do you feel like the rest of the field that night when they canceled the race and you took your earnings, the rest of the field, were there some killers in there?
Not at the.
Do you feel like you could have won?
I feel like I would have went to the semis or the finals for sure.
Damn, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's the only bad
When
thing
you're
about
doing
calling
good,
it.
you're doing good.
I was about to say,
and mind you, I'm
sometimes
only
that
running
shit
like
works out well.
627s, but the car just that
Kept
night
going.
with the
That's
temperature.
not slow though.
I
I mean,
know,
it's
but-
on that. That's
It was.
quick,
She was moving.
you know?
She was moving.
I
was
gonna
on
say
the light. I
sometimes-
was on the light. I was just. It
Yeah.
was. Fuck. We were just.
It was happening.
Sometimes you
Yeah.
could have like got into money when you feel like because you.
Well,
this
that was
is the way
problem.
I look at it. It's
It
like
started raining the minute I raced in one other car.
Yeah.
If they would have finished that round, I would have made $1,000.
yeah.
But they didn't finish it, so some people in that round still got money.
I was about to say if there was like guys running like 550s or something like that, then you walked out like a bandit. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean, splitting a pot.
But mind you, the
But-
next time we went, True Street,
Yeah, they're fast
Fast.
right now.
every
I mean,
year it's gotten faster.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is. It is.
I mean,
like
in daily driver,
there's
you got to run
killers.
580s
Yep.
to win that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Or you just get lucky. You know, I've seen a lot of races where, like, Ryan, for instance, is some reason that motherfucker gets a lot of buys.
Yeah.
He
But-
just competition buys, and mind you, he's not taking away anything from him. But I'm saying it's
If-
just some nights you get lucky.
Low
Competition
key,
buy.
Low key, if I wish anybody got a buy, I would hope Ryan gets a buy or
Oh, he
Beater Bomb
puts in
gets
the
a
work.
buy because
They put in more work than
I
anyone
would rather
does.
see him because he's getting buys into later rounds when you know he would probably be there anyways.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
when a slow motherfucker ends up in the
Yeah.
final and you're like, how the fuck is this asshole in the fight? Like you watch Ryan Mitchell race like some dude who runs like 650s and you're like, okay, what the fuck is going? Because he just
So
got
there's-
lucky.
There is
'cause
a
of
1320
people blew their
video.
shit off. Or
It's one of the last times Murder Nova and Street Out and Big Chief entered their big cars in a cash days in Dallas.
Yeah.
And there was this little Fox body that made like 750 horse,
Mm-hmm.
and he pushed I don't know if it was Murder Nova or Big Chief, but just blew their door. But Murder Nova, I don't know which one it was.
That
but
can
they-
happen.
They blew their just ever living
Yeah.
their tires.
That's
and this guy's A to B, baby, A to B.
That's-
That's
Those
a
are the
perfect
guys I
defense.
fucking root for.
That's
Yeah.
a perfect defense of what I just said.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
just
true.
never know who's
You
going to
never
win
know.
on the street. And H-Town's the street.
Yeah.
Mind you, it's kind of arced
Yeah.
a little, so you burn out.
crowned,
You got to
yeah.
kind of hold. But for me, when I was just a 6.0 on nitrous, I could have not did a burnout and fucking got down that
That's
motherfucker.
dope, though.
Yeah.
But you know, when your car works, it works. You know, I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just F body, weight transfer.
It helps for sure.
But when the cost is like I said earlier, a lot of people don't understand what it takes to get to these races. Like, I had an issue, like 4th or 5th pass down, I had a Glass Tech bolt-on hood. I love the hood on the truck. It was, you would raise it up just like a factory hood, had a prop rod and everything.
Bolt-on hood.
Yeah, and I took it down to Tulsa, and we started turning the truck up, and I was going like 150 out the back door. Fucking hood blew off of it. I mean, I had probably $3,500 in this hood by the time it was on the truck, painted, you know.
They're a motherfucker to fit up.
Yeah, and so I had all that shit done, and it blew off, and I was just devastated, you know. And they're like, whoa, we can keep racing. I'm like, no, because it fucked the fender up. It tore the mounts on the fender. It ripped it off. I'm like, nah, this thing's going in the trailer. I'm done. So then I had to buy another $1,200 hood, have it painted, have the inlets put on the hood. Like, I put a lot more money in it, which, I mean, when you have failures, people don't understand that too. It's hard like, it just,
you're right,
it adds.
You're right. That's what racing is, though. I mean, man,
that's how it goes.
There's so much money to get to H-Town. There's 170 cars there. Yeah. I mean, the money that just to get there, the money these guys spent to go out and test and buy the prep and buy their shit,
and that's just H-Town too. Like, it's only 7 hours away. When we're talking about going to Bradenton, Florida, that is 14 hours, one fucking way.
in fuel. Well, that's why Street Racing Channel didn't go to fucking the Mega Cash Days.
Yeah.
I mean, mind you, I think Discovery was given some money, but it wasn't like
I don't think they're giving them money.
No, he on one of his videos, he said they were going to give him some.
Yeah, but it wasn't
going to pay for the diesel.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
But you're talking that their big trailer, but mind you, their perspective is the content, the money they would be losing because they can't post a video every day.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you can.
But it's just what you got.
You can't post the racing.
I respect the living fuck out of them for saying that because it's real. 90% people, you can watch. Justin Swanstrom's a perfect fucking example. Any of them is. And I'm not talking shit on them because they went to the race. That's what they chose. And I respect the fuck out of that because they raced. But you know goddamn well that quality of content is going to be... And that's the same way with Murder Nova's podcast. I feel like he's under a different rule set than maybe what Justin Swanstrom was at an early stage. Maybe not right now. But the reason I say that is because if you watch Murder Nova's highlights of No Prep Kings through the season versus Justin Swanstrom, Justin actually showed his passes and he told you, I fucking won the whole goddamn thing. He told you everything. He showed you could actually follow it. You know what was going on in live live.
Yeah.
Murder Nova wouldn't tell you nothing about it. And I think it's because of how he is contracted with Discovery, I'm sure. But
I mean, I know Ryan and them posted some videos for the Mega Cash Days, but it was like them just working on the car and doing certain things.
That's all they could do, though.
But You're under contract. Yeah, I get it. But it's like, I get Billy's side of it.
I respect that.
Because they post their racing. They post their testing.
He's like, I'm not going to be able to do what makes Street Racing Channel.
And that's why he has the followers, is because of what they do.
Yeah.
It's not because
him.
of...
It's not what he loves. Yeah. And I think it kills him.
How long were they there? A month?
I think it kills them a little bit inside too. Of like, even like when they do the street racing, the No Prep Kings small tire events.
Yes.
When Tommy's won, they can't even post it because
until they air the.
And I think it kills them a little bit inside because of that, because they've worked so hard to get there. Can you imagine?
That's the excitement.
Can you imagine what we're doing right now? We're doing a podcast. And then we get to the point where we're able to do a live presentation.
And we can't fucking talk about shit because of...
Like something that's on TV, whether it's on Hot Rod Network or Velocity or something. We're doing that. And we're like, man, we can't even put it on our own shit. Like, fuck that. Like, fuck that everything. This is us. We're the one providing all the fucking content. Like, I want to be able to tell my story of it. And not just whatever the network says.
It needs to be real.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying, we're not saying Discovery's not real, but there is some stuff that's...
There's a lot of stuff.
They're limited because Discovery doesn't want to lose viewers on their shows.
Right. It's like the people on the show are given hush money. is what it is, essentially.
Because they can't come out with any of these videos until it airs on the fucking show.
Or they can go...
Which Mega Cast Chase still hasn't came out.
No, or they could give little snippets, like 10-second video to go, oh shit, you know? And then it's like
a burnout or something.
Yeah.
In low key, I don't think any of us are, and we're not talking shit on those people, because look, if I was in the same situation,
I would do the same fucking thing.
I would. If I had a car that's competitive and they give me the opportunity to go out and race in that event, get paid, do the event, it's on the biggest stage in the world, I do the same thing. So that's no shot at anyone who did it.
The thing for, like we talked about for Billy, is
I respect his opinion on...
They just don't like have the toter
he's like,
shit.
He's like, every single thing that the car was fighting me constantly. Every single thing was like, okay, this has a problem, this has a problem, this deal. And he was like, you know, the car's telling me don't go. You know, it's
with
like
the truck?
It's the truck. He was like, the car. I mean, Nova couldn't get done, so it would have had to be the truck.
The Nova would have been the only,
by far, is the best option because it's a 540. You know, big block, twins. It's got the power to actually win.
Because I mean, we know some of the street race guys that were there, and they were all LS, and they just couldn't compete.
Yep.
Yeah,
they don't have the power.
I mean, mind you, they're knowledgeable and they're fast as fuck.
In a small block Chevy,
but you just can't compete to a pro line fucking Hemi and a fucking Pro
a good built small block Chevy will make more power than an LS. A good built small block Ford will make way more power than LS.
But I like, but once it airs, we can go into more.
I can't wait
because we probably know some things that
I know a little, but I don't. You know, I don't know. There's things that surprise me every time. Like, I'm like, I think I know all about this situation. And I watch the Street Outlaws event. I'm like, I didn't know that, you know?
Dude, so, I mean, that's the thing about Ryan. I mean, I've seen, he's probably he's won some serious cash with just a stock LS.
Yep.
That man, he puts in the work.
Mind you, it's like the beefier LS, but it's not.
It ain't shit.
Still, it ain't a
bottom end.
It's not a fucking dart block and pro. You know,
it's still 4 volt. Yeah,
it's still a stock short block. That's fucking wild. It's wild.
He's Ryan. Let's get on Spool'd up. We need to get this rolling. We need to get him going.
Yeah, we talk about it.
Don't you think so? We need to talk about some of these moments.
Get it happen.
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm sure
we'll get him on. We'll get Ryan on.
We might just have to go to him. Yeah, because he's kind of far.
We can get the missus on too if she wants to get on and talk her shit.
I think.
I don't know.
Well, I'll say this off camera because it would be a spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But remind me.
Okay.
So,
okay.
But yeah, I think.
I gotta pee.
Yeah. Let her rip, Tater Chip. Upstairs though.
Yeah.
He's like. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't gotta say much more than that. But I know.
I want to say it so bad.
Yeah, I know. You can just hold your tongue. I'll say what I think, and this is off of zero experience. Is I think we need, and we've said it the whole time. Is we have a lot of people here locally that.
At our disposal.
Not
our disposal, but
no, I know what you're saying. That are here local to where we can have that discussion to really be able to dive in and give that platform, because there's multiple people that were at that event that had really competitive cars, and also just be able to talk because
firsthand experience.
Yeah, I mean Facebook, you can talk that talk for sure, but nothing like this. Nothing like being able to really say what you want, because I think everyone's more comfortable speaking with our voice that God gave us versus. Where did you pee?
Upstairs?
In the bathroom. He's a human.
Was that not fast?
Dude.
Damn, I'm quick, son. Yeah, I know. You fucking got that rocket out there.
Fucking fire hose.
Yeah, fire hose. Yeah, but no, I mean, I'm just saying, it's like, I think there's a lot of people that's got a lot to say, and I think we have a platform where they can really lay it out. So, I'm excited.
Yep.
That's all I got to say.
The future is going to be awesome.
Yeah. We're gonna really let it home. So, hey, we're a safe place. Hit us up.
For sure.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
We're a safe place.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
I think a lot of places you feel like you probably can't say what's on your mind, but
Yeah. I feel like there is a lot of people do hold their tongue when it comes to being recorded or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's like here.
hey, if we're looking out for your best interest. If I'm editing the video, you say something fucking wild, and whatever you want edited,
yeah.
Yeah.
we'll get it popping.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But I think there are so many big time like racers in this area that they got the voice.
Yeah.
And they need to get it out.
Yeah. Like
and
a
they
mix
need to
of
talk
Fergie
their
and
shit.
Fergie
Because
and
everybody
Jesus.
else is talking their shit. A lot of other racers in other parts of the United States, I don't feel like are really on. I think we're on the top creme de la creme, but I don't think we have the voice. These other racers, they're up there for sure. They're competitive. They have a lot of platforms they can go speak their shit on. But I don't think we do. And I think we need to get that out of,
We'll
OGs,
figure it out.
Yeah.
we're the shit. So, hey, we'll get it popping. But, so, man, what else? I guess my question is, what else is points of racing that we feel like are... We've spoken on the traveling expenses. It's expensive. You don't think about a lot of this stuff.
No.
Most people don't.
No, because all they see is the action of the car going down the track. They don't see what it
first round and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know?
but they don't see what it takes.
It sucks losing first round.
Well, not only that, but they don't see what it took. They don't see the weeks of preparation.
Yeah.
Like when we were renting Tulsa, I would literally take a week to get the truck ready because I had a full-time job, I had a personal life, and then I had the truck to deal with. So it's like, yeah, I wrote that.
The
Hey, don't
baby.
get fingerprints on
back
the
here.
fucking
I'm going to be
valve
sweating
cover.
that motherfucker when it starts. I'm going to be like,
This is a sex machine back here, baby.
Hey, wipe off those fingerprints, son.
hey, come on. Oh, I'm kidding. But no, like, a lot of people don't understand the weeks of preparation it takes to get to said test session, said race. Like, there's been times I've went to work, I worked almost a 14-hour day, and I get off work and I come home and I would work on the truck for 5-6 hours a day trying to get it ready. Like, all this week, I worked on getting the motor together. I worked on doing some other shit to the truck, like doing updates and shit. It's just, I have a whiteboard and I'm just checking shit off, you know, and when you don't think about it, it just comes. But that's another thing is...
There's a lot of shit on his whiteboard, by the way.
Yeah, well, I've got multiple projects going at one time.
Yeah.
But I'm a real slut for projects, if you can't tell. But
He's very OCD, too.
yeah, I'm pretty bad about that. But it also helps.
No, it's...
Yeah, you got to be.
I respect it because...
You have... When you have... Well, projects, I mean... Right now, I've got the truck going on, and then I also have a wave runner I'm working on, building a motor and stuff like that. So it's like I have to. You can't keep all the shit in your head because if you don't write it down, you're going to forget something.
Yep.
It's the right way of doing it.
Yep.
No matter what, everybody can respect that. Whether you're the sloppy mechanic or you're the Jesse. Is that my other?
I am no professional. Like, don't call me a professional. I'm just.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, you worked on
You're
this.
not. You don't have to call yourself professional, but you're.
He was a
in the top
professional.
1%
Yeah.
of OCD-ness of cars.
Well, I'll take that. I'll take that because. But my thing is my dad taught me this is I don't go to the track to work on shit. If I go there and something fails, it's going in the trailer and I'm done.
I respect it
because there's one time I spent when Tim Slavens, R.I.P. that guy, awesome guy. He rented Ozark, and he invited a lot of guys, and my buddy Blake invited me. He's like, hey, man, Tim Slavin's renting Ozark. Nice. And, and he goes, the track prep is going to be on point. He's bringing in a well-known prep guy. This is a time to turn the truck up. All right, cool. how much is it to get in? It's $400. That's what it cost because it was $10,000 to get the track prep guy in there.
God damn.
And then rent the track for a fucking weekend.
God damn.
I mean, Tim put a lot of money in it, so he was extending the invite so he could, make it a wash to where he could test a Wolverine.
Yeah.
I totally get it. I don't blame the guy one bit.
$400 isn't that bad, really.
No,
considering.
for walk out of your shoes track prep. I mean,
Right.
come on. And that's hard to get in the Midwest.
Yeah.
So, long story short, I show up. I thought the truck was ready. I show up. We pull the truck out of the trailer, put it in the pits. We're doing our spark plug, fuel, ice intercooler down. The fucking truck never left the pit. I couldn't get it to start. It would not run. So I spent $400 a test just to get in, and I spent $250, $300 to get down there and back. You want to talk about a mad motherfucker? I was so fucking pissed off.
I know. I agree, man.
But it's times like that
it's racing.
Yeah, it's racing, but it's also it
you didn't
boils
wreck the truck and
it boils down to make your shit right. So when you do spend the money, you get something out of it.
Yeah, it's better to not go if you're not tested.
Yep.
I think it's testament to how close your window needs to be. Because my window is from the ceiling to the fucking floor. Honestly. I mean, I'm sloppy the way I do shit. Be honest with you. I mean, I try to be clean about my wiring, and I try to be as clean as much as I can. I'm nowhere on your level of closing the window is what I say. But even your level of closing the window in that moment was not enough.
Right. Exactly.
So
what did it end up being?
His wiring issues is what it ended up being. I kept losing. We got that truck running, and it was losing crank signal, and I was having issues with it, and I couldn't find wiring issues, so I just ended up having the truck rewired front to back, left to right, covered the, blanket the situation, and we still ended up having a few issues, but not as bad. And I finally got it everything lined out, and then I'm like, oh, let's freshen the motor. So, I got everything lined out for my birthday last year, and I ran my personal best, and now I'm here. It's torn apart.
I have chills.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like that. Low-key, I had no idea that you were experiencing issues that whole time. You just got it running right, and now, I have chills because coming into this year, I feel like you're really excited.
Oh, big time.
Because we're ready.
Yeah, I'm trying not to.
He's ready.
We're ready to roll.
I'm trying not to change a whole lot because
we're ready. We're the cheerleaders. We're not talking about us. We're not talking about our cars, Brad. Leave us alone.
Well,
we're talking about this butte behind us.
I'm trying. So
Nat train.
I'm finally getting to the point where it's kind of coming together, and I tore it apart because I'm like, well, the motor sat on the stand for a long time. That engine was together since 2014, and I took it apart this winter.
Oh God. Okay, so maybe I figured he's like, man, you only made a few passes and he tore into it. I was like, I would have probably blew it up before I fucking went through it.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
But if it sat that long, I would. That's probably why.
I'm saying this right now.
Sitting over there.
Yeah.
Full size trucks want that fucking smoke.
Hit us.
Catch that dick. Here on Spool'd Up Podcast.
Shit, I don't know about all that. We'll try.
Come on.
I don't.
Hey,
Talk
we'll
that shit, Jesse. Talk that shit.
We'll put nitrous on my truck and we'll line up.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
It's got to be truck on truck crime now.
On your truck?
On the square.
Oh, we're gonna build another square body.
No, my square body. We'll just put slicks on it.
Right there, fucking 1050. Full blast.
Oh my God, it would be so.
Oh, now seriously though. Catch that fucking smoke.
I don't know.
I'll talk that shit.
It's always the friends that talk to shit.
Yeah, I try to be super humble of what I do and what I've got. I try.
You can try. Line up, bitch.
I always like to tell people my Camaro is a 4.8 on a 300 shot.
I just tell them it's an old hay truck.
It's not?
Yeah, it is. I had the 6.2 badge on the back of it, the after badge. Cody stuck it on there.
You need to put the 4.8 on there. 4.8 symbol.
I mean, it's pretty much a 4.8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, V6.
I just tell people I pulled the hay spike out of the bed of the truck. It's just an old hay truck.
I'd lick the side of this bitch if you asked me to right now.
Do it.
I love this truck.
Lick it right.
But no,
I would.
Do for the gram.
I rode the struggle bus since I got the truck running, and now it's kind of.
I didn't really know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had a problem. Low key, I thought you just hadn't had a whole lot of time to get it out and get it rolling and get it, like, race that much. I thought you've been been busy with work, and I didn't know you were dealing with problems. Yeah. I just thought you just didn't have that much time to go race it. That's what I thought. Based on your situation, I thought, well, he doesn't have that much time to sort it out and get it running to his full potential. Yeah, he's got some good baselines and he's going to roll. I didn't know you had that much issues with it, so that's really interesting.
I call it the new car blues. When you get any new car together, there's been, I mean, unless you take a lot of time to make sure you're testing each circuit, and it can go on and on and on. But if you're not taking the time to test it in the garage, and then in my instance, you go spend almost $1,000 and your car never leaves the fucking pit mat or whatever, it puts a pretty sour taste in your mouth. I mean,
when did you get the truck done, if you don't mind me asking? Like, what? I mean, like, realistically, when it was actually like
running and driving,
done.
Running and driving 2 years ago now. So
we're really not that. Realistically, my car and your truck getting like together is not that far off.
No.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought yours was like together for many years before I had mine together.
Well, I've had parts and pieces like I said, the motor was...
Yeah. I know what you're saying. But done, what I mean?
Running and driving, yeah. But so like there's been all sorts of struggles and stuff, and it's natural, and I think a lot of people get disheartened pretty quick when you start.
It's hard to stay motivated.
Yeah, it's hard to stay motivated on one thing. Like, it took me 6 years to get the truck to where it would start. And, like, it started with putting the motor on the stand. I'm like, well, now I have to do something. And then I'm like, it's going to make some power. I got to put a cage in it.
Well, and mind you, it's not like you had $500,000 just sitting in a bank account.
Right. I mean, if I did, it would have been done in 8 months. Not 6 years.
And that goes back to the cost,
And that and what people...
There's a lot of work to get the truck ready.
Well, I don't take offense to it, but it just aggravates me when people say it must be nice. Because this is a whole nother topic, but when we go to a car show, race, or whatever, people see the end result of the fruits of our labors, working our dicks into the dirt and all that shit. People go, man, how much was that? Does it really matter? This
is why if I catch you touching this fucking truck in public, I'm fucking ripping your goddamn ass.
No, I get it.
It's just that fucking clear.
And it's the same thing with a lot of stuff in my life because, people say that I got lucky to be where I'm at today because of my dad or whatever.
That's fucking bullshit.
No. But I have worked 2,500 plus hours a year for 11 fucking years. It's not.
Yeah, you've worked your dick into the fucking dirt.
Yeah, you're held to the highest standard possible.
Yeah, because every one of the journeyman pipe fitters, when I was 18, 5 days after graduated high school, I was a pipe fitter.
Your dad's not laying the
making
beads.
fucking big dick money at 18.
His dad's not laying the dimes for him. He's laying the dimes.
Yes, it was my job to make a name for myself.
Exactly. Yep. But that's what pisses me off is, well, like I said, it irritates me. It doesn't piss me off. But when people come up and be like, how much was that? It's like, well, if you really want to know what it cost, why don't you go build one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then come back and tell me, wow. And then when I say it took 6 years to build the truck, it also takes people a step back because they don't realize the time it takes to get to where we're at.
Yeah, we're not street outlaws where they build one of their fucking no-cap cars in 6 months.
Every 6 months,
My car took 4 to 4.5 years.
But mind you, they're big names, and those people will do things for them faster than they do for
them. How many
I didn't
years?
have the money to just
Murder
throw
Nova's,
out there.
His new chassis on the OG took 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it was done in 2 weeks.
How many years do you have in your car?
Since I was 20.
Exactly.
19, 20.
Shit like that. So
slowly, doing the rear, slowly spending money.
Just wiring car. I wired a car recently. I probably had 16 hours in it Probably, like, realistically, like wiring a Holly, if you're doing it right, I'm trying to do everything clean, soldering every single connection, heat shrinking every single connection, running it proper, running it through all loom, doing it the very most proper way, grommeted, everything the proper way. And this was a Holly sniper unit, which is not it's really actually pretty easy.
Compared to a Dominator.
And just doing everything
not as
proper.
Many sensors and
I
outputs.
had probably at least 16 hours in it. So it's like, to doing it, and to be honest with you, I think I could have even spent more time with it, even making it better. So it's like, it takes so much time.
Well,
I had 4 to 4.5 years in my car, and you look at it and you're like, oh, like it should take you would think like months. But here's the thing. When you put your heart into something, it takes forever, and that's what you don't consider.
Yeah.
You know
I've
mean?
looked at my car and want to rip all the fucking wiring out of it and restart it.
Yeah, it's
because
shit like
I was 24 years old when I put the Holly in it. Huh?
Nothing.
Fuck you.
What? I didn't talk shit.
You said I'm 24. What'd you say?
No. I said I'll do it for you.
Oh. Yeah. Thanks
for
man.
free.
For free, because we're friends.
You're my brother.
We can
redo some of this stuff.
Once I finish the cage, and I need to roll bar mount the ECU and
shit like that.
We'll get it.
And I'm good at wiring. It's just my problem is I have a hard time slowing down.
I got called "fuck you," and I was over here giving my heart.
We're friends. Fuck you.
I'm gonna cry.
I have a hard time slowing down.
I have that same problem, but
I want it done right the fuck now.
Well, it's not only that, but when you're in the groove, and you like, I've had this happen a couple of times earlier this week. I was just in the groove, and I'm just like, bolts were going in, shit was just coming together, and it's like, I need to slow down, I need to stop, take a fucking breather,
recoup, figure out what you need.
Like, I started setting the intake on the truck. I'm like, oh, I got all these nuts and bolts, and I started mismatching. I'm like, oh fuck, I need to stop.
We're not doing the right thing.
Yeah, I need to slow down. We're putting an engine together here.
You get so excited.
Yeah, we're not.
I would make sweet love with this small block
Put
Chevy.
your dick away.
This small block Chevy over here. I would fuck LS.
So what cubic inches is it? Do you want to say it on?
It's 400 inches.
400.
Yeah, it's the.
I know
littlest.
Billy's running like a 370, 372.
Yeah. Well, this is a 400. I believe this is 400 stock, right? This is a 400 main.
It's a Dart Little M,
but it's a 400. Like it started out as a 400, right?
400. Yeah,
like it's got tons of room.
Yeah, it's got a 4125 bore, and I can take the 4185.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
This is for all you motherfuckers. Here, let me talk that shit real quick. For all you, I love LS. I will say it. It's a great platform.
Starting out.
But if you fucking think for a goddamn second an LS is the end all, be all, and the small block Chevy don't have shit to say, suck a fucking dick. This is... I'm just telling you right now, the small block Chevy, put some respect on its fucking name is all I gotta say.
The LS, you have to go to a fucking 6-bolt.
They are a great design. It's a Lego design. It makes the dumbest motherfucker be able to make power.
Yep.
It's a great design. It took some of the best parts about a small block Ford. It took away from the Siamese exhaust ports and moved it into more of a small block Ford traditional style head flow. There's a lot of similarities between a small block Ford and an LS. A lot of guys will put LS. A lot of people will. Yeah, exactly. It's so close. It's not even funny. I have a ton. I think we both have.
Where's your lab coat,
dude? I'm just saying.
I know. I get it.
Motherfuckers, and I think probably 50% of the people watching this they'll say, "Oh, why wouldn't you put an LS in it? Why wouldn't you put an LS in it?" Because when you do a small block Chevy right, it's way better than I wouldn't say way better, but it's better than LS. It sounds better. It's going to make more power. Same way with a small block Ford. Yeah,
Jackie's.
If you have the money to do it, it's going to be the better option.
A nitrous small block.
Don't get me wrong. LSs are awesome. They're super light. They're super reliable. If you put the money into them, they're going to make an obnoxious amount of power, and they're going to be a great platform. And if you're on a budget, there's probably nothing better than an LS.
No.
You cannot build a small block Chevy that makes the same amount of power in this LS for the same amount of money.
No.
Small block Ford, nothing. There's nothing on the market you can make the same amount of power as an LS Probably. Maybe, like, if you
Coyote
read
might
dyno
be close,
charts.
but
Yeah, Coyotes might be close, but
Yeah.
if you get a junkyard one,
There-
which is
yeah,
super
I mean, or if
hard
you're
to
like-
find.
But seriously, though, I
No,
mean,
there's
like,
nothing
stock,
even
It's a
close.
great
stock
platform.
to stock, yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's
not comparable.
It's
block
undeniable.
wide. Like, this is a dart block. It's got badass
Yeah.
cylinder heads on it. LS's, you can probably pull a stock set of cylinder heads off it and make a retarded amount of power. But when you get to a certain level, you have to spend the money. And when you're talking about aftermarket parts versus aftermarket parts, you're talking the same. When you're at that level, so you really have to dive in on what's the best engine
I
selection
know
for your
that
car.
fucking one dude in Street Outlaws with the Corvette has got that billet LS,
Yeah,
but
but I
Not
mean,
a good
shit
decision.
together. So it's
well, that's what I've also come to the realization for is like when you do the math on this engine behind us. God damn it! He moved the camera. Technical difficulty. Pause. All right, we're good. Move the mat. Yeah. But when you do the math on like this engine sitting behind us, we made 1,283 horsepower to the tire on the 85.
damn.
Almost 30 pounds of boost, basically 30 if you round up. To the flywheel, this thing was making just shy of 1,700
Yeah.
if you do the math.
You'd
So-
have to have a billet LS.
Yeah, so
for that.
when you're getting to that point, there's a few 4-bolt engines that will do that. LS based 4-bolt engines that will
Yeah.
do that as long as your tune-up's right. But is it going to do it repeated?
Yeah,
Is it
you
going to be reliable?
80, 90 passes on it.
Yeah. So when you start getting to that point, you're looking at 6 bolts. You're looking at a 42700 cubic inch LS, or you're looking at a small block Ford or this or that. Like Brady just said, it's going to boil down to what you can spend, what your goals are, and all that shit. So, and I don't know if we're pushing the limits to this thing. I don't know, but so if we do, we put the whole scatter blanket onto it.
Yep.
So if we do end up throwing the rods out of this thing or whatever, and I'm trying to get to the point where if it's got steel rods in it, that'll probably be the first thing that goes. I would assume.
Yeah, but on aluminum, won't you have to fucking fuck with the rockers every time, or
aluminum rods.
retorque them.
No, aluminum rods are. I mean, there's a cycle on them. The longevity of aluminum rod. Hold on, let me put my lab coat on here.
Okay.
The longevity of an aluminum rod is much shorter
Yeah.
than a steel rod. That's why a lot of guys go to like a steel I-beam or H-beam, is because you can get thousands of passes out of a steel rod versus aluminum. If you're cranked to the max, say you're making 1,800 horsepower on aluminum rods or 1,800 horsepower on steel rods, the steel rods are more than likely going to break.
Yeah.
Just because you're more than likely going to be running 30 plus pounds of boost. You're going to have some timing in the thing. Aluminum rods, it'll take the load much easier, but you're going
to swap them out.
Yeah, you're shortening the life. Like when you look at the 481X guys, Pro Line,
30 passes.
Yeah, every
like that.
every 20 to 30 passes are putting a set of rods in it, but it's cheaper to do that. A set of $1,500 rods is cheaper than an $80,000 engine. Yeah,
Yeah.
So when you look at it that way, it's
Well, and mind you, those guys are pushing them to the limits.
If
you would dial back that motor, you'd probably get more passes.
absolutely,
out of that
100%
motor.
for sure. But when you get to that point, you're not really concerned
That
about
shit
longevity.
No, you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's
You're
like
just trying to win. You have a backup motor sitting right there.
Yeah.
Man. You send that one to Pro Line, they redo it, they send it back to you.
It just-
Money's not a fucking issue
well, I mean,
for some of those guys.
yeah, some of those guys it's not, but when you look at it that way, it kind of circles back to what are your goals, how fast do you want to go, because
Even probably those guys at the top level, if you just spread them across like this, the 1% of them probably isn't worried about money.
no.
I don't think there's not very many people on this earth that actually aren't worried about money. Even Ryan Martin, you probably can't say you're worried about money. You're worried about money. So don't get up. Don't get up.
Don't. Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, don't
My
get
bad.
up. So yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it's just the way it is.
I get it.
So,
Yeah.
but anyways, I think we're
out.
Yeah, we're in this bitch. So
Yeah,
anyway,
deep,
guys,
deep.
if you please like, subscribe, share on Facebook.
Yes.
It means the world to us. Thank you so much for all the new viewers that watch the channel,
Yep.
that
The kind words.
came to us, that
Yes.
never seen us before. It is only going to get better. Like I said, we haven't heard on the last podcast, we are mobile. You'll see almost every podcast. There's different podcasts. We fucking move all over the place. So please stay tuned. Tune in every Friday, 8 a.m. You're going to drop it. Set an alarm. I don't give a shit. Wake up 8 a.m. Watch us. Pour your coffee. Pour whatever you drink. Your Monster, your Red Bull. Watch us. Start your day. And get right into the weekend. Loving life. Snoring a little Coke. I don't know what you just did.
Whatever it is your
But,
deal
hey,
is, yeah.
Smoke a little herb. As we talked about in the last one.
ganj.
Yeah.
The hashish.
Dank. But anyway, guys, hey, if you ain't subscribing,
You ain't vibing.
all right.